and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another final pour episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in, have a seat. All my returning viewers, you know how we go. So let's go ahead and get it on. So today's final pour episode is going to be of the Glen Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. It is 40% alcohol by volume. I'll just give you one last look at the back end, because you love looking at the back end. Oh, forgot something. So, well, that's a, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I missed that one. What'd you say? I didn't think so. Okay, I was talking to something moving around my bar cart. Anywho, for all the new people, Mr. Randy does a 3-part series of his whiskey, wine, libations of sorts reviews. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, pour it in a glass, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you, because you're awesome. Part 2, called the full review. We get about halfway point-ish. We leave whatever's left in the bottle for a week, 2 weeks, depending, scheduling, whatnot, libations also. We see if it does any better. Does it open up? For better or for worse, it is what it is. I go online, get as much of information. Now we've gotten to a point where we understand we're going to get as little as possible. I'll bring it back. I'll present it. We'll talk about it. I'll score it. We'll continue to drink it. So we are here at part 3, final pour, thus the name. In the glass, we compare it to the first pour and everything in between. The Glen Speyside single malt. The nose has become somewhat of like a dull watered down caramel. All the good fruitiness and that subtle spice that they might put in a single malt Speyside, pretty much gone. All that's left on the nose is just a dull caramel. A dull caramel. You got to get really in there to even get some ethanol. It is the final pour. So let's go ahead and get that first palating done and we'll move on. Surprisingly not all dead when it comes to the fruity and the spiciness on the palate. My nose is running. We're coming off of that winter weekend, and then we got hit by a second cold front. It's been yanking us back and forth, and it's really messing with everybody's sinuses. Everybody's got the sniffles, the sneezes, and the snots. So let's go ahead and get one more. Unfortunately, we'll say fortunately, it has not subdued my taste buds. So let's go ahead and get that second palating. There's a dull sweetness and some fruit with some spice. It does coat the mouth relatively well. You can see it's still got some pretty good viscosity. It's not the best it's ever been, but it coats the mouth well enough. You get an instant tingling sensation everywhere. A general coating everywhere. Nice little spice, nice little tingle. I did read on one review, somebody had suspected that there was a peat in here. Like there was some peat in here somehow, somewhere. They said there's a little bit of peat in there, and that's what helps sustain that little bit of spiciness on the palate throughout the entire bottle. Let's go ahead and get one more. That is a really big. There was a lot. That pour was a little bit more than I thought it was. I'm not gonna down this whole thing. I'm just gonna do one more and call it the finish, and then I'll sip over whatever's left over the next hour. So let's go in there for that finish. Not exactly thin, and it was kind of like more of a spice blow up than that second palating. It's all over the place. The tongue is completely all over the tongue. Roof of the mouth is getting some lovin's there. It's rare that the roof of the mouth gets any kind of loving from a Scotch. Most of it's like a bourbon or tequila. That's where it hits the roof of the mouth. The cheeks, the gums, even a little bit on the lips. The back end is surpassed the 2, which is not what happened on the full review. I am getting, it's pushing a 3. It's really warming up back there. Tongue's still hanging on. The tongue's kind of going numb in a wet cardboard kind of way. The cheeks are going numb. Everything's sort of just going down in the numbness. And all the taste is pretty much gone. The heat is still sustaining itself. It's still a pretty good solid 2 back there. I'm going to call this a relatively bland Scotch, unfortunately. Much better off the rip, although it had a little bit of roughness to it. The roughness smoothed out around this middle part, but it lost a lot of great stuff in the middle part, and everything pretty much falls apart here at the end. I'd probably say best to drink it slow on the first half, fast to drink it on the second half. Not horrible, not offensive, just it leaves you with a sense of wanting. Not wanting another one, but wanting something else. If you've watched the video this far, go ahead and do yourself a favor. Hit the like button, the heart button, whatever button you have to push on whatever platform you're watching this video on. Let that algorithm know you like these videos. And if you want to, just skip all that and just hit the subscribe or follow. And you'll automatically be presented with one of my videos once they hit the platform. Well, there it is. If you want to do me a favor, hit me up in the comments. Tell me where you're at, what you're drinking, and what you think of the Glen Parker Speyside Single Malt Scotch Whiskey. Whiskey. Anywho, thanks for stopping by at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a better one.